Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Kim,
This is Andy.
and we're here to read to you from the Urantia book. But first, we're going to read a little bit from Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. And today's prayer is by the Andrew Harvey himself. So I'm going to let Andy do it because he is also an Andrew.
Oh, beloved, do not let me pray for the poor without working tirelessly to end the systems that thrive on poverty. Do not let me pray for the animals without working to end the systems that are slaughtering them. Do not let me pray for justice and compassion and the coming of your kingdom without being willing to give my life to make them real. Save me from the subtle and lethal hypocrisy that would make me believe I love you when I risk nothing to make this love real in your world.
Holy smoke.
Wow. That's a powerful prayer.
Personal accountability, people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Wow. And this is true. Because if you're praying for these things, if you're not willing to do something, isn't that the definition of hypocrisy?
Mm-hmm. Or lack of belief, lack of faith.
Lack of faith.
Mm-hmm.
I think so many immature people they have faith, but it's an immature kind of faith. It's a magical kind of faith.
Mm-hmm.
They think that if I pray for something hard enough, this is going to just magically come like this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't see that it's supposed to be a quickening of your own will, your own motivation, your own desire to do good. Right?
Right.
They don't see that. They think it's magical. You know?
Among the Lakota Sioux, there are leaders who say there is no magic. And following the spiritual path will not save you from the challenges of life, but it will help you deal with them.
Will help you deal with them
Mm-hmm.
in the best way. The one that's my favorite, my personal favorite, is all the soldiers who died for your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got this idea, but these are the same people who don't want to vote. Right? So it's like somebody drops dead over there in Iraq, and that made you a little more free, just like that, right?
Right.
So they're not connecting the dots here, and that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? I'm guilty as anybody. I don't do everything I could do. You know what I mean? But you need to rest and take care of that yourself too. And I don't know, but yeah, no, you do stuff. Call your congressman and work for what you believe in. You have to do
Mm-hmm.
you have to put in the work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you think you have to not should on yourself either. I should have done all this. Should have been able to, you know what I mean? But yeah, when you're called to action, then act. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Beautiful. Right. That strikes home in so many ways.
Yep.
Okay, we are on paper number 8 here about the infinite spirit and the relation of the spirit to the Father and Son. Okay. So in this way, the Father and Son are kind of like parents, like mother and father, and the spirit, I think, is kind of like their child because the spirit was created out of their collective will. Okay? But in a way, it was kind of inevitable too, because if they were going to communicate with each other, they could have just sat there and stared at each other, right? But if they're going to actually communicate with each other, it was a necessary thing for the spirit, the infinite spirit, to be born. Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
As the eternal Son is the word expression of the first absolute and infinite thought of the universal Father, so the conjoint actor is the perfect execution of the first completed creative concept or plan for combined action by the Father-Son personality partnership of absolute thought-word union. So it goes, thought is the Father, word is the Son, action is the Spirit. Okay? The third source and center eternalizes concurrently with the central or fiat creation, and only this central creation is eternal in existence among universes. Okay, you go.
Since the personalization of the third source, the first source no more personally participates in universe creation. The Universal Father delegates everything possible to his eternal Son. Likewise, does the eternal Son bestow all possible authority and power upon the conjoint creator.
Okay, I want to stop there for a minute because I think it's important to say that the Father retains the prerogative of interacting with us. So he can, but it's just he also enjoys letting his delegates here ascertain their, is that the right word? Probably not. Use their own power. He likes to see them grow into their own power.
Sure.
And so I think he enjoys the delegation of this. Bestowing the power on all the subordinates. Okay, do you want me to go? Okay, you go ahead.
The eternal Son and the conjoint creator have, as partners and through their coordinate personalities, planned and fashioned every post-Havana universe which has been brought into existence. The Spirit sustains the same personal relationship to the Son in all subsequent creation that the Son sustains to the Father in the first and central creation.
A creator Son of the eternal Son and a creative Spirit of the infinite Spirit, so created you and your universe. That's our divine Mother and Father, right? That's Christ Michael, the creator Son of the eternal Son, and a creative Spirit, that's the Mother Spirit, the universal Mother Spirit of the infinite Spirit, created you and your universe, while the Father in faithfulness upholds that which they have organized. It devolves upon this universe Son and this universe Spirit to foster and sustain their work as well as to minister to the creatures of their own making. Okay, does that make sense?
It does.
The infinite Spirit is the effective agent of the all-loving Father and the all-merciful Son for the execution of their conjoint project of drawing to themselves all truth-loving souls on all the worlds of time and space. So this is their project. This universe is their project. The very instant the eternal Son accepted his Father's plan of perfection attainment for the creatures of the universes, the moment the Ascension Project became a Father-Son plan, that instant the infinite Spirit became the conjoint administrator of the Father and the Son for the execution of their united and eternal purpose. And in so doing, the infinite Spirit pledged all, here I'm going to say Zaz, right? That's my pronoun, right? My deific pronoun. All Zaz resources of divine presence and of spirit personalities to the Father and the Son. Z has dedicated all to the stupendous plan of exalting surviving will creatures to the divine heights of paradise perfection.
So the Father and the Son is Christ Michael.
Well, no, the eternal Son. So Christ Michael is the son of the eternal Son. The
Oh.
eternal Son is this.
Oh,
We're talking
okay.
about the big
Okay.
original Trinity up here.
Okay.
So when we talk about the Creator Son of the eternal Son,
Okay.
paragraph 4.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was confusing to me,
Mhm.
right? And that's one thing that, like with Christianity, puts Jesus as equal to the Father, and that's really an error.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Even though he is divine and he's our Creator.
Mhm.
Okay, so you can see how this is how people early on, because you had the Arian heresy back in Roman times, right? When they there was a group of people that came up and said the Son is not equal to the Father. The Father is okay. But then they're doubting the divinity of Jesus. So they had a point. It was kind of true, but also they were denying the divinity of Jesus.
Mhm.
You know, so Jesus is divine, but is not equal to the Father.
Mhm.
The eternal Son is equal to the Father. So
Mhm.
he's not a member of the Holy Trinity.
Right.
So what they're failing to see is all this plethora of beings in between here. There's a lot of, like we were saying, like 7 heavens and all
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
So there's so much in between.
Mhm.
Okay. Do you want to go?
Sure.
Number 6.
The infinite Spirit is a complete, exclusive, and universal revelation of the universal Father and his eternal Son. All knowledge of the Father-Son partnership must be had through the infinite Spirit, the conjoint representative of the divine thought-word union. The eternal Son is the only avenue of approach to the universal Father, and the infinite Spirit is the only means of attaining the eternal Son. Only by the patient ministry of the Spirit are the ascendant beings of time able to discover the Son.
Right. So there you have the 3 concentric rings.
Mhm.
The circuit of the Father is in the middle, and the only way to get to the Father is through the middle ring, which is the Son.
Mhm.
The only way to get to the Son, the eternal Son, is through the outermost ring,
Mhm.
which is the
Okay.
Spirit. So you
Mhm.
have those 3 concentric rings.
Mhm.
You know, and that's kind of like my ring here. That's special to me. It
Mhm.
doesn't specifically mean Urantia, but that's my ring. I don't know if you can see it good from there. It's got 3 concentric rings on it, but I like it. Anyway, I don't care. All right. Okay. Do you want to keep going or do you want me to go?
At the center of all things, the infinite Spirit is the first of the paradise deities to be attained by the ascending pilgrims. The third person enshrouds the second and the first persons, and therefore must always be first recognized by all who are candidates for presentation to the Son and his Father. And in many other ways does the Spirit equally represent and similarly serve the Father and the Son.
Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Okay.
yeah, I enjoy the symbolism a great deal. Of course, it's only symbolism. It's not really, you have to keep it in perspective,
Mhm.
um, but it's really beautiful, I think, too.
Mhm.
Okay, I think with that, we can end for today. We have a busy day ahead of us. All right.
We do.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you
right.
so much.
Have a great day.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.